ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, the Bahamas Games opens. 2 accused killed. UTEB and BTVI's historic deal, and constitutional motion rejected. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Let the games begin. Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Opening day of the 6th edition of Bahamas Games, the first in 22 years. Hundreds of athletes, live action, multiple venues, all over the next 9 days. Charles Fisher tells us more.
It didn't take long for upset in this year's 6th edition of the Bahama Games. The Luther men's baseball team with the shocker of the day, defeating Grand Bahama 8-1. And then it was the Long Island Sheep Runners doubling up Abaco 6-3. 3 games played in soccer at the Roscoe Davies Field. New Providence with a goal in each half to blank Abaco men 2-0. In the other man's game, Grand Bahama and Exuma ended scoreless. Bumping over to volleyball at the Anatole Rogers Gym, just men playing there. Michael over Abaco 25-18 and 22. And New Providence spiked Long Island 25-14 and 13. Michael, they came back to beat Andros 25-10 and 15.
And this programming note, our television and radio news broadcast have been rescheduled due to our continued live coverage of the Bahamas Games. Tomorrow, Saturday, July 8th, our national television and radio newscast will air at 5:30 p.m. On Sunday, prior to the official 50th Independence celebrations, our television newscast will air at 4 p.m. and the evening report on the Bahamas Radio Network at 1 p.m. On Monday, July 10th, the evening report on the Bahamas Radio Network resumes its usual 6:30 p.m. broadcast time, and the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, will air at 7 p.m. Stay tuned to the ZNS Network for the latest news and sports from around the Bahamas. Well, a fruitful 3 days of discussions as regional leaders met in Port of Spain, Trinidad earlier this week. And according to the Prime Minister, progress made on all fronts. Cleopatra Murphy has that story.
The 46th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government, CARICOM, proved to be an intense 3 days, but Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis says it facilitated robust discussions on issues facing the region, from climate change mitigation to the crisis in Haiti to food security.
We were able to arrive at decisions on many of them, but of course, a lot of the decisions have consequences that we have to fall upon, and hence we have decided to take a retreat in August so that we could just deal with all these issues.
One of the issues to be followed up is the free movement of people across the region. CARICOM leaders also got support from the U.S. with regards to the proliferation of illegal firearms in the region. This came in the form of the creation of a new coordinator for Caribbean firearms trafficking. Rwanda, meantime, agreeing to help with peacekeeping efforts and providing security personnel in aid of the Haitian police's efforts. Prime Minister Davis highlighted what he deemed the biggest areas of movement.
The decisions we made on Haiti and going forward on Haiti, the movements that we have made in what I call our agri-program towards food security, the movements and the commitments that we got from the United States of America in respect to assisting us in those issues that impact us, climate funding, and not drug, but gun trafficking, and also the President of Rwanda coming to confirm his undertaking to assist Haiti and strengthening the Haiti National Police.
Despite the long days of meetings, the nation's leader believes they were worth it.
This is what it is about. We are trying to do and deliver for our people in the region.
The conference's 46th regular meeting will be held in Guyana in February 2024, while a retreat is set for Dominica in August of this year. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Now back here in the capital, another high-level BPL delegation on the ground in North Andros today to view the investigation into this past Wednesday's fire at Nicholstown Power Plant. Lloyd Allen tells us that the minister responsible for BPL sees the setback as an opportunity to create an energy-efficient power generation system on that island.
Following that catastrophic fire at the BPL plant in Nicholstown, Andros on Friday, Member of Parliament for the area, Leonardo Lightboard, as well as Minister of Works, the Honorable Alfred Sayers, flying into the island to continue to assess their rebuilding efforts.
As far as on the ground, we have our elderly are well taken care of. The clinics is up and running. Our healthcare facilities is back. Ministry of Work is in full effect. Many of the other ministries are up and running. So at this time, we have got some restoration in terms of normal usage on the ground.
Minister of Works, the Honorable Alfred Sayers, detailing that this is a way-in for renewable energy making its way to this island.
BPL itself, as the national generator and distributor of electricity, is engaged in designing a solar facility for New Providence. And also this is an opportunity for BPL as well as other suppliers. And the government will use every opportunity to expand and incorporate renewable energy in the generation of power within our country. The government is committed to incorporate up to 30% renewable sources in the generation of power by 2030.
Also, Chief Operations Officer Tony Seymour from BPL indicating that while efforts continue, load shedding will be a part of the operation, at least until they are able to generate more power.
So we currently have 2 containerized units on the ground at the power station in North Andros, a 1.6 megawatt unit that's currently online, supplying a portion of North Andros. So the rotations are going to be in 4-hour intervals, just to ensure that all of the residents do have some supply at some of the time. The second unit is on site, and a transformer should be delivered shortly, within the next hour or so. So once we get that unit connected and we can run those 2 in parallel, we'll be able to supply the entire community of North Andros. A third unit should be arriving this evening, and that will provide some level of redundancy for the residents as well.
Well, crossing over now to crime news. 2 men accused of serious crimes falling victims to just that. Police now on the hunt for the perpetrators. Where and when? Outside a home on Sunset Drive off Sealing Drive around 9:30 Thursday night. Police Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent Crystalyn Skipping says when police arrived on the scene, they met 2 men inside a blue Honda Fit with fatal gunshot wounds.
The men were about to leave this area when they were approached by 2 males, both of whom were armed with firearms. One of the firearms was a high-powered weapon. They opened fire on the vehicle, striking both males. They both succumbed to their injuries on scene. Both of the males are presently being electronically monitored. Both of the males are on bail. One is on bail for murder, and the other one is on bail for attempted murder. The man, one is in his early 20s, and the other one is in his mid-20s.
Now, police again appealing to area residents who may have any information on this incident to call the police. As to whether this was a revenge killing, Skippins had this response.
Both of these persons are known to us. Both of these persons are affiliated with gangs, and so there is a possibility that that is the case. I can say that one of the individuals was involved in a previous matter and was able to evade being shot and killed previously. And so with that being said, I want to say to family members, those of you who know that your family members are involved in criminal activity I would encourage you to not harbor them around you. Because if you do, chances are you yourself could become a victim.
Meantime, that gun amnesty program, Social Services and Urban Development State Minister, the Honorable Lisa Ramming, recently called for in the House of Assembly, has moved one step closer from blueprint to enactment. According to National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, all the proper protocols have been followed. There's been consultation with his ministry, and he's been briefed by Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez with a framework given for execution. He says both agencies are liaising to iron out minor details.
This proposal relates to the cause of 90% of all homicides in the Bahamas, which are committed by crime guns. It is hoped through the work of urban renewal in the communities having a feel that this will be something that may encourage some persons to get off a track in this Bahamas that seems to lead just to death and carnage. And we look forward to that being finalized and presented to the public.
In related news, firearm, drugs, and over 130 rounds of assorted ammunition seized in two separate incidents overnight. The first just before 1 p.m. Thursday. That's around the time officers executed search warrants on 2 rooms of a multi-tenant home on West End Avenue between Market Street and Blue Hill Road. That's where they found a pistol, 69 rounds of ammo, and $1,800 worth of marijuana. A 39-year-old man and a 22-year-old woman were arrested in connection with the find. Furthermore, a 34-year-old woman was found with 49 rounds of ammunition and $9,100 worth of marijuana in her room. Investigations continue. Well, a judge rejects the constitutional motion launched by former Water and Sewage Executive Chairman and Long Island MP Adrian Gibson and 2 of his co-accused, Joan Knowles and Jerome Missick, in their corruption trial. Presiding Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson dismissed the motion Thursday, deeming it improper. She also found that the trio have a fair trial. Gibson's trial has been delayed by a number of legal challenges. Just last week, the jury was discharged after the judge found that 2 of them had breached court protocols. Another jury is scheduled to be impaneled on July 24th. Now, Gibson is accused of gaining a financial advantage of over $1 million through the awarding of contracts while he served as executive chairman of the Water and Sewage Corporation. His co-defendants are accused of aiding him in the scheme. They all deny the allegations. Well, the first ever contract signed today for faculty and classroom support staff of the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute. The historic agreement, a healthy compensation and benefits package. Carla Palmer reports.
After 11 months of what has been described as tense negotiations, union executives and members of the Tertiary Educators of the Bahamas, UTEB, are so happy with the deal struck that they broke out and danced to the rhythm of Junkanoo. President of UTEB, Daniel Thompson, in chorus with all stakeholders, acknowledged long and tedious negotiations that at times ended in a stalemate. He's happy now that negotiations have evolved to this point of signing the contract on behalf of faculty employees and support staff who work along in the classrooms.
BTVI is critical for national development. And in developing BTVI, as the minister has indicated, not only must we develop our physical capital, but we must also develop our human resource. And that is what UTEB is about.
Interim President of the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute, Dr. Linda Davis, also noted the valiant effort of all involved to concluding this contract.
It's not always about the destination, but it is the journey that is important as we negotiated and made sure that we got it as close to right as we could.
Terms and conditions negotiated included salary increases, reward programs, the establishment of committees and leave agreements like compassionate, adoption, maternity and paternity, as well as the implementation of a career path. Lead negotiator for UTEB was Karima Smith.
In 14 years,
the faculty of BTVI had no career paths or established salary scales. Today, that ends.
Still, with everything gained, Thompson says, it's just the beginning.
There's a lot of things we didn't accomplish in this process, but we have accomplished so much more. And we just like to say that we're coming for those things that are still to be gotten. And we like to put all on notice, including our honorable ministers.
The 3-year contract, which started in 2022, matures in 2025. Union members are guaranteed 1 year's back pay. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Now, as you just saw on your screen, both Education Minister, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, and Minister of State for Education, Zane Lightbourne, were on hand for the contract signing.
There have been several studies about the state of skilled readiness of our people, of the Bahamian people. And in every instance in the last 10, 15 years, it has come up with the observation that our country lack the skills, our workers lack skills.
This is more than just words on a paper. This is more than negotiating strategies and skills. These agreements impact the lives of workers of our country. They impact the lives of their children, of their spouses, of the households that they have to take care of. And that's why we are so proud when we as an administration are able to speak of completing negotiations.
BTVI is critical. And the President and I were just speaking about it, critical in, first of all, understanding that the skills that are being taught there are critical to the engine of this economy.
Guests arrive for independence. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
We are a leading Bahamian bank, one of the largest publicly traded companies on BISX. Our measure of strength is our growth and performance, with over $1.7 billion in assets. We remain committed to serving the interests of our shareholders, staff, clients, and communities. The confidence to lead, the performance to remain. We are Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
And I say, boy, my island's in the sun, 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 sun. Bring it up, and I say, boy, my island's in the sun. Carnival time is just but when I turn to party, this junk and I got me with so boy, my island's in the sun. Carnival time is just because
fly free from Nassau. Visit BahamasResidence.com for details.
Before independence, this was our genesis. Like a sun splitting through darkness to let future in. Great-grandfathers with iron fists, wielding policies that paved possibilities for the next of kin. 07 was a shedding of skin. Now native, but never wavered on our commitment. Before our country turned 50, we were here 50 years more. Helping life, spreading light. BAF for life.
Happiest, most peaceful, most congenial of all countries in the Western Hemisphere today was how the Prime Minister, Mr. Lyndon Finding, described it. In an Eve of Independence news conference, the preacher spoke of the Bahamians as a holy nation and a peculiar people, dependent now only on God.
Happy 50th Independence, Bahamas.
Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland.
March on to glory, your bright banners waving high. See how the world marks the manner of your bearing? Pledge to excel through love and unity. Pressing onward, march together to a common, loftier goal. Steady sunward, though the weather eyed the wide and treacherous shoal. Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland, till the road you've trod lead unto your God. March on, Bahamaland.
Well, as the country's 50th independence draws near, world leaders are here to join in the celebrations. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis and other government officials yesterday welcomed the President of Rwanda, the Honorable Paul Kagame, at Odyssey Aviation. The Rwandan President will join the Governor General, the Prime Minister, and others at tonight's Independence Gala Ball at the Atlantis Resort and Sunday's Golden Jubilee at historic Clifford Park. A tribute to 50. Dance Bahamas, the official school of the National Dance Company's take on independence. The school hosting 3 days of performance at the University of the Bahamas Performing Arts Center. The first show kicking off last night. Our Jiminy DeSwain caught up with the group during a rehearsal session this week.
Dancers of Dance Bahamas making sure they are all in the right step as they prepare for a tribute to 50. As the country trudged towards its independence anniversary, the dance company decided to do something special. Artistic director Robert Bain explains.
We decided that we needed to add our voice to the independence. We wanted to do a concert, something that reflect the occasion. And so we've been at this now for a couple of weeks, actually. And we wanted to create something that is indicative of us, Bahamians. We have experimented with the colors of the flag. We have experimented with the motto. Those are some things that you will actually see on stage.
The show is just under 2 hours, and Bain hopes attendees leave with memories and the feeling of independence. Dancers will lend their movements to pay homage to well-known dancers as well.
Tribute is a special number. It's been around for a while. I think since 2005, actually. It's a piece that is a tribute to Shirley Hall Bass. Now, anybody knows Shirley Hall Bass. Shirley Hall Bass was a legend in terms of Bahamian dance. She has contributed to the development of dance here in this country. And tribute embodies some of her, some of who she was. She presented jazz in a very stylized, interesting way.
So Satin Doll is a piece you will see performed, but according to Bain, a male dancer will do it. But that's not the only thing.
We also invoking the name of Paul Mears. The first a piece called The Shadow of Mears, because we can only work in his shadow, because he was such a great man.
These dancers also share what they enjoy about their craft.
We work very hard, and it's a very nice show.
Dance makes me feel like creative, shows my creative side and how much personality I have.
I would love them to take away some joy, that they should feel happy, they should feel excited to see dance in the country, and especially with a lot of young people doing it.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jiminy DeSwain.
Well, this coming Saturday, Inagua will crown its next Miss Independence, who will embody style, character, and charm. The event's organizer and young contestants spoke with our Desmond Saunders.
After several weeks of preparation, these talented group of girls are ready for the spotlight. 6 of them vying for the Miss Independence Inaugural crown. For 12-year-old Micaiah McIntosh and 13-year-old Ebony O'Brien, the pageant is an opportunity of a lifetime to make positive changes in their small-knit community.
I want to be the queen so I can have a big influence on other young teens' lives, like myself. And I want to gain confidence and have a high self-esteem about myself.
I want to be the queen because I want to encourage young ladies that even though you fail or feel a some type of way and people bring you down in life, to always get back up and feel as if you that girl and you gonna be that person you want to be, or chase your dreams and be that girl all the time. Self-love is the best thing.
For Anaya Roll, Giante Bethel, and Renee Russell, the Miss Independence Inaugural pageant will assist them in making a complete U-turn.
I want to be confident because this is my first beauty pageant and I want to become the queen and achieve my goals. This is my first time being in this pageant and I hope to gain confidence, exposure, and experience. And I always wanted to gain confidence in myself and never give up and achieve my goals.
Coordinator and brainchild of the Miss Independence Inaugural pageant, Leona Burnside, believes the event provides a creative platform to empower the nation's youth.
Growing up, I struggled with self-esteem, and here in Inagua, as I drive around my community, I see so many of me and some of these young ladies. I want to teach our young ladies that it isn't where you start, it's where you end up.
Have confidence and to teach other people who want to join pageants to never give up.
Participants competing in swim, evening wear, beauty, and talent categories. There will also be a short question and answer period. But behind the beauty and pageantry, these girls are gaining important life skills that will last a lifetime. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
And keeping with independence, on this day back in 1956, the father of the modern Bahamas, Sir Lyndon Pinling, entered Parliament for the very first time, going on to serve 37 years in the House of Assembly as MP, leader of the official opposition from 1956 to 1967, and Premier and Prime Minister from 1967 to 1992. You're watching The National Report. Stay with us.
The news is being brought to you by the 50th Independence Secretariat. Go to their website, celebrate-bahamas.com, or their Facebook page, Celebrate Bahamas, to see the schedule of exciting events.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
The boating capital of the Bahamas celebrated its 45th regatta. Parliamentary Secretary, the Honorable John Pinder, shared why sailing, our new national sport, is always great in the Abacos.
Green Turtle Key up here in North Abaco for regattas in the Abacos. This is something that has been a tradition in the Abacos that we stretch from Pete's Pub in Little Harbor to Marsh Harbor to Hopetown to Guanakee and all the way up in Green Turtle where we have our final race and final award ceremony tonight. This is the first time that we've had it back since Dorian. This shows and proves that Abaco is resilient and we are back. The vibe and the excitement that we've had around this event has been great. We've had a lot of people saying that they will be coming back and bringing their friends next year to make this event even better. This is an event that's dear to my heart because it doesn't only highlight one of our islands, but it stretches through all the keys in Central Abaco and really shows what Abaco has to offer, what it is to be Abaconian in the Sea of Abaco.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
On May 1st, 2012, Rubis acquired the Chevron fuel business in the Bahamas, which traded under the Texaco brand. We are now celebrating our 10th anniversary of the Rubis brand in the Bahamas. Rubis has become the fuel brand of choice. However, our 10-year journey was not without challenges. We would like to recognize our dedicated members of staff and thank our customers for their continued support. We look forward to another 10-year milestone as we continue our journey.
Bahamas, FYP, and the Paint Center want to wish you a very happy 50th Independence. To celebrate, we've teamed up with Valspar to offer you 50% off on select paints until July 15th. So whatever your project, whatever your inspiration, the Paint Center at FYP can help get it done. Stop by today to pick your color and save 50% off on paint. 69 Wolf Road in Nassau. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Now is the time to start living the life you've always dreamed of. Purchase that new car. Consolidate debt. Make your house a home. Or switch your mortgage to lower your monthly payments. And BOB will be with you every step of the way to help you live your very best life. With the lowest consumer loan rates in the country, we are BOB, your bank of solutions.
Coral reefs are the backbone of the Bahamas. They're the life source of our fisheries, our tourism economy, and our culture. A deadly and relentless flesh-eating disease is killing our corals and threatening our very way of life. It's called stony coral tissue loss disease, or SCTLD for short. In an era marked by climate change and extreme weather, coral reefs are our first line of defense. The Perry Institute for Marine Science is leading the fight against SCTLD in the Bahamas. They have divers in the water all the time, studying the disease and treating corals as fast as they can to slow its spread. Use your voice, spread the word, and share this video. Let's save our corals together.
Vibrant heart of the Bahamas, a common loftier goal unites us all. A place where love and unity thrive, where world-class technology is accessible and affordable, connecting every generation. We believe in our heritage and the boundless potential that lies within us. We believe in Bahamians.
1973 marked the beginning of something great in these beloved islands, an event that would reflect the values and tastes of the Bahamian people for generations to come. National pride has gone hand in hand with this momentous occasion, which will forever be known throughout Bahamian history as the birth of Aquapure. Sharing its birthday with the nation isn't what makes Aquapure great. It's Aquapure's commitment to quality and to the people of the Bahamas that drives us to be the best. Aquapure, pure Bahamian since 1973.
The 6th edition of the Bahamas Games are on the way. July 7th through the 15th. Get ready for inter-island sporting competition in the spirit of unity and camaraderie. Which island is gonna win? Our nation, our talent, our games. And look out for the B Games crew coming to your island soon. For more information, call 809-1242 or visit thebahamasgames.org.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
A lot of folks are wondering, what is the Agrarian Awards? It's an award show to celebrate the people who produce the food that feeds the country. So September 16th, we're giving out trophies and money to young farmers, backyard farmers, sheep runners, goat herders, pea pickers, onion planters. Basically, everyone. But we couldn't fit all that on the invite, so we put Agrarian Awards instead. Go to adiobahamas.org to find out how to nominate your favorite agrarian. The Agrarian Awards, September 16th.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Azure Quant, and here's what's making news in the north. It is an important piece of infrastructure in the eastern part of Lucaya. And tonight, the Lucaya Service Company providing another update on repairs to the Casuarina Bridge following the destructive impacts of Hurricane Dorian in 2019. The company detailing the ongoing work, noting that good progress has been made. Raven Davis has more in this report.
In a recent press statement, LUSCO notes that in 2020, a conditional assessment of the bridge was carried out, and subsequently, All Bahamas Construction was engaged to complete work to the bridge, initially pegged at $1.9 million. During construction, however, it was determined that the bridge required different methods for repair, resulting in significant changes to the scope of work and the associated cost. DevCo revealing that the cost of the work was increased to $2.8 million, but further noted that work remains ongoing at the bridge and good progress has been made. In addition to clearing the land, filling the embankment on the eastern side, and partially constructing the embankment on the western side, ABC has completed the retaining wall for the seawall and the seawall on the north side of the bridge. On the south side, the retaining wall for the seawall has been constructed and work on the south seawall is in progress. The embankment retaining wall design has been finalized, and ABC is working on completing the base layer fill of the trench northern side to begin the foundation for the retaining wall. Now, ABC continues to have traffic management measures such as the signage in place to maintain public safety. Mariners are also encouraged to exercise extreme caution when approaching the area. The statement concluding by LUSCO apologizing for any inconveniences caused by these critical repairs. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thank you, Raven. In other news, the Ministry of Tourism kicking off its annual Gombe Summer Festival last night, this time in honor of the 50th anniversary of independence. It was a night of action-packed excitement befitting the Golden Jubilee. Here's that report. Welcomed by the Junior Minister of Tourism, Layla Leithen.
Welcome, and let the Gombe summer festivities begin.
Grand Bahama is ablaze with excitement and vibrant energy as the much-anticipated Bahamas Gombe Summer Festival kicks off. Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, extending congratulations to the Ministry of Tourism's team while emphasizing the significance of the festival in fostering cultural exchange and strengthening the bonds between residents and visitors.
Grand Bahama has weathered so many storms, and we've been through a lot, and it is time to celebrate, and we are on the road to 50, and we're doing it in grand style.
General Manager at the Ministry of Tourism Grand Bahama, welcoming both visitors and residents, while encouraging everyone to embrace the festivities and enjoy all that Grand Bahama has to offer.
Thank you so much for coming out here. We appreciate you. We want you to enjoy yourself, and please, spend some money with the vendors. These guys have some fantastic new tasty treats for you to try.
Meanwhile, the tourists couldn't help but sing praises for the welcoming nature and kindness they are experiencing from the locals.
The people are amazing. They're always willing to help. They do everything they can, and they're lots of fun.
The water.
The water, the
people.
Everybody been great.
We love it.
And the cultural show kicking off with a number of activities. Then comes the beautiful sounds of Bahamian music. And the night ending with pulsating sounds of Junkanoo. Certainly was a good time. Well, activities in honor of celebrations will pick up on Sunday with a big Jubilee celebration at the Independence Park. The park is being prepared for the show that will also include a police tattoo and cultural show. Committee members Yolanda Hanna and Preston Knowles say it will be action-packed.
We are putting together a show filled with theater and music and Bahamian history and culture, and it's all happening here on Independence Park, and we named it The Big Show for a reason, because it's going to be different. It's unlike anything that we've ever done in celebration of, independence, and this is historic, and so we created an historic event just for you. And so I just want everyone to know, July 9th, Independence Park, 7 o'clock we start, gates open at 6. And we want you here at 6.
It's a lot of dancing, it's a lot of singing, it's a lot of traditional Bahamian elements that, of course, tie into our culture and tell our story. And I think the 50th is the perfect time to do so.
The Independence Committee will also hold a special celebration in Sweetens Key tomorrow beginning at 9 a.m. Well, the popular St. George's Pop Band is also on the lineup this Independence holiday weekend. The group is promising 2 show-stopping performances on 2 separate islands. Here's Jay Philippe with this report.
The famous St. George's Pop Band is preparing for a busy upcoming holiday weekend. The band that consists of students of the high school is double booked for the upcoming 50th Independence celebrations.
They'll be performing in Abaco for Abaco's 50th Independence celebration on the 8th, and then they'll be performing here on the 9th for the big show and at the Independence Park. These kids have worked really hard all year. They've had performances and practices all year long, and so it's almost like second nature to them because we perform so much, but it's just making sure that they're on point, they have the choreography down, we got the harmonies down, and we're able to give a good show.
15-year-old vocalist Majesty Hannah and LaShawn Knowles excited about the weekend ahead. Both say Grand Bahamians and Abaconians should expect a show when the band hits the stage.
We've been practicing so long, we're very much getting famous, and so they should be expecting everything.
Energy, to communicate with the audience, interact, and have fun. I'm very excited. I'm honored because I love Bahamian music. I love to perform.
With a busy summer ahead, the band is expected to make more local appearances before school reopens in September. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
They call it a pop-up shop, and yes, it is high demand on Grand Bahama. We're talking about Bahari when we come back.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery fully loaded with everything you need and extended hours. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority invites all residents of the island to join them and celebrate the country's 50th anniversary of independence at a free GBPA block party. Join us on Saturday, July 8 at 7 p.m. for a live show with lots of music, dancing, food, and loads of fun. The grand stage will be erected in the middle of downtown Pioneers Way and the Mall Drive. We want to see you there.
The Grand Lucayan salutes our great nation with an all-things Bahamian Independence full Sunday brunch. Call 373-1333 for more information. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Come one, come all to a free breakfast giveaway. All happening Saturday, July 8th, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. St. Vincent de Paul Church Grounds in Hunters. Free hot breakfast while supplies last. It's all about giving back to the community, so don't miss the free breakfast brought to you by ATIS Company Limited. See you there.
Look at where we live. I was born in the Bahamas, a beautiful country with beautiful people. From our crystal clear waters, radiant sunlight, and great hospitality. As we celebrate 50 years of independence, let us continue to lift up our heads to the rising sun, march on Bahama land, till the road we've trod lead on to our God. I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest. Happy Independence.
Wicked straight choke canoe, fishing and sailing, just to name a few, free from bondage. That was our heritage. Our nation isn't perfect, there is more work to be done. Forward, upward, and onward towards the rising sun. Yes, we should be proud. It's time to say it loud. Oh, grab your flag, wave it from side to side. Aqua, gold, and black represents your pride. Lift your head and say, I'm a proud Bahamian.
A grand rally is expected to kick off.
To me, independence is synonymous with liberation. It signals the evolution of the country and reminds us to remain united if we wish to see further progression. I'm Raven Davis of the ZNS Northern Service, wishing you a happy Independence, Bahamas.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Bahari, a renowned luxury Bahamian brand inspired by everything Bahamian, with a pop-up shop on Grand Bahama this week in honor of the 50th anniversary of independence. Morgan Fernando, a native of the Bahari Grand Bahama, is the creative director. The intention is for Bahari to differentiate itself from other independence clothing lines. Representative Davina Rutherford has more.
And we're here in Grand Bahama at the Raven Mall for the Bahari Independence pop-up. It's our 10th Independence collection, which aligns perfectly with the country's 50th anniversary of independence. We're happy to be able to be back in the city where that birthed Bahari and where it all started. We wanted to pay homage to our Bahamian heritage with this collection, and we really took the time to curate our heritage and tell our story and the history and the way it's been done before. Grand Bahamians will just have to wait and see. You know, with Bahari, you never know what's going to come next, and we love to surprise our people.
While the Bahamian and Haitian community are also coming together to celebrate the country's 50th independence this year. Pastor of House of Grace for All Nations, Abner Muse, says, as Haitians living in the Bahamas prepare for the festivities, they want to also serve the #1 Haitian dish that Bahamians love, griot.
Yeah, this weekend we have here at House of Grace for All Nations, right there in this ground. We're gonna serve griot because we know this 58th of anniversary, we have to do something very special. And all Bahamians know that griot is the #1 dish for Haitians. So we want to serve the entire Bahamians community with griot, plantain, green planting, and good pickles. So we know about that. So we're going to start from 12 on Monday, the 12th, and we start serving. You come with your car and stuff like that while you driving, the drive-through, so we could just save you a plate of griot in the kingdom of God.
The big griot giveaway is set for Monday afternoon at the church on Queens Highway next to Jaeger Funeral Home. He says it is important for both cultures to come together to celebrate the country that they love. News in the North will be back after this break.
I am proud to be a Bahamian working here at the Container Port. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
To be Bahamian is to be blessed with opportunity. To be Bahamian is to be resilient, to be a role model. It feels amazing to be a part of history. And again, I am ever so grateful, and I'm excited to see what 50 more years bring. Happy 50th Independence, Bahamas.
Dangerous Hurricane Dorian will be etched in the minds of Bahamians for a lifetime.
Independence to me represents the strength, the boldness, the resilience, and the heart and soul of our Bahamian people. We fought for 50 long years to be where we are today and create this extraordinary little nation that never stops no matter what comes our way. And for that, I am proud to be a Bahamian. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority invites all residents of the island to join them and celebrate the country's 50th anniversary of independence at a free GBPA block party. Join us on Saturday, July 8 at 7 p.m. for a live show with lots of music, dancing, food, and loads of fun. The grand stage will be erected in the middle of downtown Pioneers Way and the Mall Drive. We want to see you there.
Don't miss the 25% off Independence sale at Park & Shop, excluding underwear, July 6th, 7th, and 8th. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Don't go through storm season without the Freeport Report app. Visit the Google Play or Apple Store and download for free. Get updates directly to your phone, see approved storm shelters near you, and report any issues that may occur. GBPA and Lusco are here for you.
Here are some tips for having your home ready for a hurricane. Keep all trees and shrubs trimmed. Bring in all outdoor furniture, plants, or any other items that may become airborne due to high winds. Cover windows and doors with hurricane shutters or pre-cut plywood. Clear drains and gutters. And remember to secure important documentation in case you have to evacuate. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Growing up in New Providence as a young man, I could recall July 10th, Tattoo celebration on Fort Charlotte. It meant so much to be a Bahamian. Now, as a young man, to understand the way we live, our food, our culture, our lifestyle, it is absolutely amazing to be a Bahamian. I'm Jay Philippe from the Northern Service. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
And that's a look at our abbreviated Northern Edition tonight. Stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues. Happy 50th birthday, Bahamas. I'm Azra Quant. Good evening.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-779-5-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up for your right.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
On May 1st, 2012, Rubis acquired the Chevron fuel business in the Bahamas, which traded under the Texaco brand. We are now celebrating our 10th anniversary of the Rubis brand in the Bahamas. Rubis has become the fuel brand of choice. However, our 10-year journey was not without challenges. We would like to recognize our dedicated members of staff and thank our customers for their continued support. We look forward to another 10-year milestone as we continue our journey.
A lot of folks are wondering, what is the Agrarian Awards? It's an award show to celebrate the people who produce the food that feeds the country. So September 16th, we're giving out trophies and money to young farmers, backyard farmers, sheep runners, goat herders, pea pickers, onion planters. Basically, everyone. But we couldn't fit all that on the invite, so we put Agrarian Awards instead. Go to ADOBahamas.org to find out how to nominate your favorite agrarian. The Agrarian Awards, September 16th.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
There's a lot to celebrate this July, including the super specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Riceland parboiled or long grain rice, 5 pounds, $4.99. Rainbow corned beef, 12 ounce, 2 for $4.78. Best value whole kernel corn, 15 ounce, 99 cents. Sweet strawberries, 1 pound, $5.99. Whole chicken wings, $1.69 per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Maine Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Bahamians are rediscovering Grand Bahama through immersive staycation experiences at Lighthouse Point Grand Lucaya. Hamper yourself at our Senses Spa or savor exotic cocktails by the sea. Unwind and enjoy serenity, 18 holes of golf, fine dining, romance, business conventions and meetings, grand outdoor events. For Bahamas resident rates at Lighthouse Point, call 242-373-1333 or WhatsApp message 827-8195.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have patchy clouds, temperature at 90 degrees, relative humidity 66%. We have south-southwest winds at 13 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,016.0 millibars, that's 29.99 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Violence this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 88 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Green Toll Key, and Marshall, Babaco, the Berry Islands, and Alice Bimini, also at 88 degrees, 89 in Harbor Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 88 degrees, 90 in Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space, South Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, Rum Key, and Georgetown, Exuma reporting 87, 88 in Ragged Island, Clarence, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana, 90 degrees in Acklands, Matthewtown in Agua, 88, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 89 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of F5P, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter. In the Northwestern Islands tonight through Saturday, that persistent south to southwest flow will remain in place through Saturday. Speeds around 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Now, your high tide will take place at 13 minutes past midnight. You can expect a low tide at 6:42 tomorrow morning. In the central and southeastern islands through Saturday, southeasterly winds 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet, caution flags in place for the central and southeastern islands into Saturday. Now, as we take you into Sunday, those winds will fall off light and variable in the northwestern parts of our country with very flat seas. A low tide will occur at 7:53 in the morning with a high tide at 1:51 in the afternoon. In the central and southeastern islands on Sunday, also a reduction in those winds, remaining out of the southeast, however, at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And now it's going to be time for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Let us stand up straight and tall. Never let our banner fall. Independence morning is like a baby borning. Independence morning is like a baby borning. This new nation.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. Now we take a look at our satellite picture. Still have some troughing over the extreme northwestern parts of our country, and that could trigger 1 or 2 brief showers tonight as that system moves towards the east. Tonight, we're going in for clear to partly cloudy conditions, very warm and humid with your low temperature around 79 degrees. And tomorrow, a very hot day shaping up, mostly sunny, hot and humid. High temperature tomorrow, 92 degrees, but your heat index tomorrow is expected to be 107 degrees. Extended weather forecast, beautiful weather right through the weekend, save for the hot, scorching temperatures. But come Tuesday, we'll get 1 or 2 showers working its way back into our forecast. Conditions dry out again as we head into the middle of the week, and the balance of the week also looking at pretty great. Temperature-wise, though, it's going to be very, very hot. And low 90s right through the 7-day cycles, and those nighttime temperatures not comfortable at all, keeping those in the low 80s. Makisha.
Well, thanks, Basil. And before we leave, be sure to stay tuned for primetime coverage of the Bahamas games. And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.